that's kind of ideal.
I like that better.
Like
okay, that's a lot more comfortable. Also, I'm going to hold this for questions. Okay, we're going to be kind of close. Okay.
We'll snuggle.
Okay.
Not like we ever did
that. That's how we
before.
met. What's up, everyone? This is my friend Emily Clark.
Hey.
Those of you who saw in the last episode, I actually talked about Emily a decent amount, and she's like, I have to listen to the episode. So you finally get to meet her. We're all very comfy right now, those of you who are watching.
Snuggling.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Literally, that's how we met. But welcome. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe, like, share it with people. We're all doing great here. It's actually kind of rainy, but we're having a great time. But yes, my friend Emily Clark is here.
Hey. Hey, guys.
I will introduce you a little bit, but then you can tell me about yourself, too.
Okay.
So, Emily is a coach, just like me. She also coaches volleyball, just like me. You're maybe 2 years older than me. So you're like a stage ahead of me in life, barely. She is going to have a baby girl soon. And she's a Swiftie.
It's true. All of these things are so true.
Oh, and she's married too.
I'm a mom.
Yeah, she's gonna be a mom.
I'm my mom.
Is there anything else you'd like our viewers to know?
No, I mean, that was pretty much it. I am a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a coach.
Yep. Sorry, the important stuff.
I coach volleyball. I'm actually head volleyball coach, so a little bit. We met. We were both assistants.
Yes.
And I'm a head volleyball coach. I'm having a baby. It's true. I'm a Swiftie. Just saw Hillary Duff.
Oh
Here
yes.
in Austin. So that was like 1,000,000 out of 10. I've seen George Strait. Okay, I've not actually told you this. I've seen George Strait.
No.
And Hillary Duff is like they're like on two different playing fields, right?
Okay.
But
oh yeah,
they were two of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Well, I saw the footage for Hillary Duff, and my inner child was like,
oh my gosh.
Did she play her new stuff too?
She played a lot of her new stuff, which I could not get into.
She has one good song, like Mature's pretty good.
It's pretty good. There were so many. Oh my gosh, like I could not get into her new stuff, but like after going to the concert, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And like that's all I want to listen to. Like of course I love her old stuff, but like now I'm just like, wow, like she very much has been through life and she talks
done a lot.
She has 4 kids and she looks incredible. So,
well, she's also like on a fitness app too.
Yeah.
She's living her best life.
Yeah. 4 kids on tour on a fitness app, just drops a collab with Beth. Why do I know so much about her?
Because you just went to a concert. Oh, okay, sorry. Before we get into it, Emily might be on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, because of Hillary Duff. I was just sitting eating pizza and they were like, hey, can we interview you?
That's a lie. She was not just eating pizza. She was wearing from another Cinderella story, correct?
Just us Cinderella.
Just us?
The first Cinderella story with Chad Michael Murray and Hillary Duff.
She was wearing the diner girl outfit.
I was.
So that's why they also came and interviewed
And I was like bleach blonde.
Yeah.
I was like bleach blonde and like I got stopped so many times to take photos with people because they were like, oh my god, diner girl, and I was like
you're like, thank you. So if you're questioning if you should wear an outfit to a concert,
do it. Full send it.
Just do it.
Full send.
But yes. Okay, so Emily and I, we met, I said it in the last episode, but we went coaching together and we had to stay at a hotel and our head coach was like, you two are sharing a bed. And we woke up, again, those of you who are watching, we woke up like this. Literally met like 12 hours before.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're going to get along. I think I still have that picture.
There's a picture and it's like the selfie and it's like I am like
you're half asleep. And I'm like awake.
Wide awake. I think I told her all of my favorite Taylor Swift songs that night and she just like listened to me yap. Like
we also
I was like a sad girl during that time too and like you just like listened to me yap and
I
was like I love her.
I appreciate Taylor Swift more. Like we also went to volleyball. We were scouting. And she was like, for these 2 hours, can we just listen through all the albums? And I said, as long as you describe to me what's going on. I have a better, like, thought on Taylor Swift. I am not a Swiftie by any means. I will not claim that I am, but I appreciate it more. And I'm glad she found someone that makes her happy.
You know, same.
But is the last name Swift?
I think they're gonna keep their last names. I don't know. I'm just waiting for them to drop any of the wedding lore.
Oh yeah.
Any.
We'll see when they maybe have a baby one day. We'll decide by that last name.
Maybe. What if it's like Kelsey Swift or Swift Kelsey?
Swift Kelsey is not bad. Cool. Drop in the comments. Swift Kelsey. I'm liking
Swift Kelsey. Taylor, if you see this, Travis, if you see this, hi, I love you.
It's her shirt. I don't
have my
one,
school
I'm
shirt
sorry.
on underneath, so
I played flag football. That was pretty decent. So shout me out. That would be my side.
No, but getting into it. So here's how this started. Emily and I wanted to do this earlier, but we were both in like volleyball season for very long, and then soccer season. Oh,
my
okay,
gosh.
she
I
does
also
soccer too.
Yeah, I coach soccer.
And
I did not. I played soccer in kindergarten.
It's okay.
That's it.
That's how I started volleyball. I barely played, and now here I am,
Here we
varsity
are.
assistant. So, but we had this coming. We actually had one topic that we wanted to do, but then she listened to the most recent episode because I told her she was on it, and she's like, "Wait, I actually have like stuck on relationships from a different perspective."
Yes.
Which I thought was really good because the last episode I had people send things in on like things that they do to have a healthy relationship. But with a lot of you listening, you're around our age, female. I think Emily has a really good perspective on different relationships.
I have a perspective.
Yes.
I have a perspective.
So
I am married. I will say that. I'm
Yes,
happily
happily married.
Happily married. Got married in December. So.
we love her husband. He's great. He's actually out at the farm right now.
Yeah.
So.
I went from a city girl to a farm girl. So.
Hey, the farm era. I'm telling you, that's what it is. So before I get into the questions, in a nutshell, I want you to tell the viewers as much as you'd like about your past relationships before your husband.
Okay. Okay, so when I was in high school, I'm gonna go like way back. We're gonna go way back, but
That's
I'm gonna
okay.
go quick. We're gonna like speed round.
That's okay.
In
the
high
girlies
school,
are listening.
What up, girlies? In high school, I had a pretty serious boyfriend into college. So we dated. We went to like rival high schools in my hometown. Dated. I actually broke up with him because life. We were sophomores in college, and it was like, this is not. I don't know the right word.
You're also changing as people.
Yeah, we were changing, and we weren't really growing together. We were staying stagnant in the same place. So I broke up with him. It was probably one of the hardest breakups I've ever gone through. Like first love breakup.
Yeah.
You know, had the 19-year-old boyfriend. For some reason, I'm sure the girlies can agree, the 19-year-old boyfriends are sucky. Also, both of their names started with a J.
Hey, wait, mine were J's too.
The terrible
All
idea.
of them were J's. That's crazy.
College, when I transferred over to Texas State, I played volleyball at JUCO, transferred over to Texas State, you know, end of my college there, got a boyfriend. That did not go very well either. It's just like, I don't know, I got to this point with all of those relationships where it's like, this is no longer suiting me. Like, I am growing, this is no longer what I need, this is no longer like, this relationship is no longer filling my cup. Is it me? Maybe. It might have been.
Yeah.
My high school boyfriend and I now have a good relationship. We did not for a very long time. It was actually like he hated my guts. And I don't blame him. But now, like, as adults, we're like, he's married, he has a kid, beautiful family. And I'm just like, you know, that's somebody that's always in my corner as I am for him. Like, there's no bad blood there. Everybody else, don't talk to you. I'm good. We're good. Life goes on. And then in my adult life, my last relationship before my now husband. I don't know my only husband. I don't know why I said that. I don't have a past husband.
She only had one.
And I met him at 24, something like that. And I was like infatuated. Like, oh my gosh, I was in love. I was down bad.
Yeah.
For him. He's 10 years older than me. And I don't even know how to like quickly sum it up, but it was the worst relationship I've ever been in. And it went on, I got out of that at 29.
So I knew Emily at the tail end of this.
Yeah. I had just moved out to be on my own. We lived together. Basically, like, we met and it was amazing. It was so fast, so great. I was like, wow, this man is amazing. Things happened. for him, and I will not get into that, but things happened for him, and I should have walked away in that moment. And I did not. And then I stayed until I was 29. And then I remember the straw that broke the camel's back for me was I was getting really sick, and I remember asking him, like, is it possible, like, you know, hey, he was making dinner, and I was like, can I have some of your dinner? Mm-hmm. And like during this time, I was also not eating a lot, and like I was losing rapid weight. Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, you can make your own dinner. And like my dad was flying to Italy. My dad's a pilot. My dad was flying to and from Italy and was bringing him wine. And I never even got a sip. He would pour himself a glass and be like, oh, can I have a glass of that? You can go get your own. And it's just like, you're just, and I bring that up because I'm going to go somewhere with that later. Yeah. But like, you can't, I was begging for the bare minimum. I was begging to be seen. I was begging to be heard. I was begging to be loved. And so because I was begging from the person I so desperately wanted it to come from, I sought it out other places. And I became a person that like, I don't even know if you know all this. I became like a person that I like couldn't recognize anymore, and that became like a problem to me. And I hurt people, and that's what I was doing. And I just remember I was like, all of this has to be done. Like this has to be over. This is not who I am as a person. So I mean, I ended everything with every person. Let that be
like while you were with him, you did.
Well, yeah, okay. And so even him, I was just like, I just remember like. There was we got into a fight, which I don't even remember what it was about because it was so long ago and so irrelevant. And I just remember being like, I'm done. And I remember telling one of my best friends, Morgan, like, I'm 29 years old. Who is going to love a 29-year-old? Like,
someone did.
Someone did. I so remember I was crying on the phone, hiding in my room, saying it was our room. Yeah. I was like, who is going to love a 29-year-old? I'm going to start all the way over. And she said it's better to start over and fall in love with somebody who was going to absolutely love you than love the wrong person. She's like, if you're going to pour this much love into the wrong person, imagine how much love you can pour into the right person. And like that forever just like stuck with me. And I was just like, okay. Hardest thing I've ever had to do, packed up my whole house, called my mom and dad, found an apartment, made my mom take the dog. I took the dog. I still have the dog. He's here, locked up because he's nuts. He's chaos.
I've been told that he's a great dog.
He is a great dog.
From you've told me.
He's a great dog. He's very protective. Yeah. He also just sheds a whole lot. And I said, let's just not do that. He's crazy. He's a 6-year-old German Shepherd, Yellow Lab, Great Pyrenees mix. So,
what did your parents say, by the way, when I
finally told them? So I kept a lot to myself because that's what he wanted. He had asked, like, hey, like when we're having problems, like please don't go run to your friends, don't run to your parents, like. We need to be able to solve our own problems, which to like an extent, sure, right.
You always need like another girl's perspective sometimes,
and
or
like
who's been through it.
Yeah, and like, you know, I get where he was coming from. He didn't want friends and family to like make assumptions about our relationship.
Oh, 100%,
and like, I get it. But it got to the point where it was just like, I was terrified to tell my family what was going on because I didn't want repercussions from him. And so when I finally told my mom and my dad, I really told my mom and then my mom relayed to my dad. Yeah. My mom was just like, no, but that's not what he's telling us. Like, that's not what he's saying. And I remember so distinctly telling my mom, I need you to listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. And she was just like, oh, like, and that my mom then knew, like, oh, I'm being so for real. Like, this is so, like, I am very affected. Something is really not okay. Yeah. And so that was, that's a lot. It was a lot. And then my parents, like, sprung straight into action. My mom is a 2-time breast cancer survivor, and she had, like, whoop, whoop. She had,
she's great, by the way. I met her twice, and she remembered me after meeting me the first time.
I know. I was just with her today, and I was like, oh, I got it. We were shopping, and I was like, oh, Emma's coming over. And she's like, okay, well, I don't want to keep you. Have fun.
tell her I said hi.
Okay. Mom, if you're listening, hey girl.
Oh no, she can listen. We'll make sure she listens.
And so, like, she came with me apartment hunting, and like, she had like drain tubes. So if you know anything about like breast cancer, then you understand some of this terminology. But she had like, if you don't, then you can like, you can Google it. I'm not going to elaborate. It's a lot. But she came with me and was like, with drain tubes, like helping me find an apartment. Like we spent an entire Saturday finding an apartment because it was just like, where did I feel safe? Like what, you know, all of those types of things. And it was just like, oh my gosh. And at the time when we were working together, like we weren't working together at that time, but like where we were eventually working together, like I wanted to be close to there because I'd been driving almost 45 minutes because he also is in our field and had to drive to his job, which was actually in my hometown.
The irony. The irony.
I'm not going to elaborate on that.
No, we are good there.
And so then I spent the next like basically 8 months just figuring out who I was.
Yeah.
And like the going to therapy, you know, figuring out. Yeah. I did a lot of therapy. Like I will say that during the time of the split, I was meeting pretty much weekly, if not twice a week.
Yeah,
because I was like, I was hurting. Like
rightfully so. What was that? 6 years?
Yeah, about.
Yeah,
I think something like that. I don't remember. But like, you know, I was doing things that weren't recognizable to myself, and so it's like I hurt myself in that aspect. I hurt other people, which I mean, you know me, like I don't like to do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you meet Emily in person, like you can probably tell, or even just watching, I'm just thinking about you hurting people without knowing it, and that I've never seen that side of you because you're so bubbly. Again, like you said before, she's like Barbie, loves everyone, all these different things. That it's just crazy to think, looking at yourself and thinking this isn't me.
Yeah, and it was like very I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know how to stop doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And it was just like I was so desperate to be like loved. And it was just like I learned that what I was doing to him, he had been doing to me for 3 years.
And then it just trained.
And then I was just like, that hurt. Instead of doing something about it, actually looking back, hindsight's 20/20, but like instead of doing something about it, I was just like.
Well, you were also much younger than him.
Yes, that's true.
So that I could also see how that could be a slight barrier.
Yeah, and I was just like, let me hit him where it hurts. Doesn't hurt anybody but me. It's
not funny, but it kind of.
Let me hit me where it hurts. Good job, girl.
Well, I guess that was my other question too, because you were talking about like therapy and stuff. But a lot of people say like, oh, it took a lot of time. Well, besides that, what do you think helped with like your healing process? Not just time, but like specific things. Like if people are going through stuff like this.
I mean, I am a massive proponent for therapy. I'm still in therapy.
I appreciate you telling me. She's been really good at telling me about these things.
I still go. I've been with my therapist since pre-COVID, so since 2019.
Shout out to your therapist. Considering you've been up there for that long, we love you.
Yeah, I love you. She's amazing. No, and like she handles so much. Like we're obviously like I'm in therapy for totally different things right now. And more so like about to have a baby. Like my life is about to change.
Totally different conversation.
We'll talk about
babies when the Lord blesses me to be pregnant. Yeah. Then we'll talk about it.
So those are kind of our conversations and just like navigating those waters now.
Yeah.
But like definitely therapy was a lifesaver for me. Time, yes. The biggest advice that she gave me, my therapist gave me, was feel my feelings. Like, feel that. You're allowed to be mad and you're allowed to be sad. And yes, did I mess up? Yes, you did. I did. And she's even called me out on that. But like, you're allowed to still be angry, mad, sad, happy, confused, joyful. Like, you feel the feelings. Feel them. Oh, and then also like chocolate frosting. I ate a lot of frosting during that time.
sounds so good right now.
Yeah.
Hold on, side note real quick. What's your craving right now? They always say when you're pregnant you have a craving.
It changes. I will say about a month ago it was buffalo sauce. Like I could drink it.
Wow.
Wow, I just had a stroke. Specifically from Chick-fil-A.
Today was Chick-fil-A day, by the way.
I guess I need like chocolate chip cookies like every day.
Oh.
Like I have to eat like cookie dough.
Raw cookie dough? Can you have that?
Well, so because I'm gluten free, like
that's
most
right.
of the I also found out I was gluten free during that whole time. Like I had celiac, which was
Yeah.
also a wild adventure. Did you know that you could get a autoimmune disease from a traumatic life event? Like something that I just went through? Yep, and that's exactly what triggered it.
Part 2 of another episode.
There you have it.
Nutrition.
Yeah, we also want to talk about that.
That was actually our first nutrition and culture, but I thought this flowed very well.
Yeah.
But
And so most of the gluten-free cookie dough is like you can eat it cold.
That's
So
good to know,
get the
'cause I like
sweet
cookie
Warren's
dough.
cookie dough, chocolate chip. It's pretty dang tasty.
okay.
I mean,
I
I
need to
don't know.
remember that.
I don't know any different. My husband eats it, and he's a good old country boy. He eats it.
A tall country boy.
A good old country boy.
Okay, so speaking of your husband,
Love
you were
him.
talking about sharing feelings. I think that's very important too. My mom said that of like, if you have a feeling and don't know how to describe it, I always said big feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have that in relationships growing up. I was afraid to tell people my feelings. Do you feel like your husband now is very good about you being like, hey, like I'm just really sad right now. I don't know why. Or I'm feeling this. Do you feel more open telling him about this?
I'm going to tell him my feelings. He has gotten a lot better at sharing his, like since we've been together. Like it's super funny. He has a sister. He's the oldest. He has a brother and a sister, and his sister and I talk a lot about like what it was like growing up in our families. I will say that's also super important, like dating wise. Sorry, I'm gonna sidebar here.
No,
this was something him and I talked about actually when we first started dating. Like I want to say maybe right after our first date, like the next day, we talked about our upbringings because the last relationship I was in, we had very, very different upbringings. Where my husband, we had very, very similar upbringings.
Wow.
And so we had very similar priorities and expectations and the way we
That's
saw
good.
things. And I did not realize how important that kind of was until him and I had that conversation.
Yeah.
But his sister has talked about like, they kind of didn't talk about big feelings. Like they talked about obviously feelings, but like sometimes they just didn't. Boys especially, like they really suppress feelings.
Yeah. My husband said the same thing.
Yeah, and so I would say I tell him how I feel, like all the time.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I can tell how he feels just because like we've been together now.
And you've talked
we've talked but like I'm going to tell him how I feel. He would probably tell you that I say I'm pretty mad at him all the time. He would probably, if he was in here right now, he'd be like, oh, she's probably mad at me for something.
You're like this. I'm just normal.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell him like, hey, that really bothered me. And like something that like I learned being in therapy is like, I had to learn how to do this, was like how I handle my big like stress and my big like anger emotions.
Oh,
because
okay.
I would lash out, and that came a lot from my past relationships. And so instead of lashing out towards anybody, really, like him especially, when we had a big conversation about this like early on, it's like I have to walk away.
I'm the same way. Yep.
I don't want to say something that I don't mean and something that I'm going to regret.
Yep.
Because you hit me low, I will find a way to go lower.
Or underneath the skin, I'm terrible.
I know what makes people upset, and I know, like, especially if I know you. Like, I know how to hurt people's feelings, and I'm pretty good at it.
Sometimes I think athletes, this doesn't sound bad, but sometimes I think athletes are good at that because you have teammates and you're so close. You know what can hurt a teammate, but you decide not to
do it. You act,
because you learn a lot.
And
sidebar.
so like when my husband and I moved in together, which we moved in together like 4 months before we got married, just because
y'all were going through a lot too, different jobs.
Well, my lease and my apartment was ending, and I was moving to the town that I work in.
Yeah.
Which is where he's from. And I had a lot of actually anxiety about that. We can sidebar on that later. But we can circle back.
Yeah. That's how our brains work, just FYI.
Yeah, I'm ADHD, I'm medicated.
I might be, I'm not medicated.
Shut up.
I probably am. I have not been to the doctor.
My therapist, I was diagnosed in high school. My therapist just learned I was ADHD. I have been with her since 2019. That was a wild.
Just learned.
I'm like, girl, I did not know that.
I think I knew 2 days after knowing you.
But my mom has ADHD, so I can.
Yeah.
I digress.
I digress as well. Anyways, what were we talking about? And I have pregnant brain. Like, that's terrible.
Pregnant brain. What were you talking about?
Yeah, you same area as your husband.
Oh, yeah. And so, like, okay. I was having a lot of anxiety, so I had a therapy appointment. And I was like, hey, talking about it. And she was just like, you know, when you get upset, I had a room. We called it like the pink room, the girly pop room.
Yeah. Pink, baby.
My whole old house was pink, so I had a pink girly pop room. And so when I would get mad, even in our current house, right here where we are, I would go into it. Well, it's now the nursery, and so now it's like I've got to find a new place for me to go. Well, within this past like season of life, I've started like walking. So we live on a farm, and so I've just been like walking.
We love good walks.
And just like releasing those feelings and getting endorphins back into my body, because as Elwood says, happy people don't murder their husbands.
That took a turn for a second.
I mean, watch Legally Blonde. That's what she says. It's her winning argument.
I like it.
People that work out release endorphins and they become happy, and happy people just don't murder their husbands, and it's so true. And so
yeah. Also, real quick, I actually had someone ask this question, so I'm going to tangent for a second. Okay. They asked, what is a good thing to do when you get mad if you don't like working out? And I think what she was talking about, her pink room, for you who asked, I think that's smart to have a room that you can go to take out your anger, to think about it, do whatever you need to do before you go talk to the person.
Yeah. Journal.
Journal. Okay.
Write it down. Like, write down your feelings.
Yeah, this person's like, they don't like to work out. So I'm like, actually, that was a good segue.
Get
that. That was a good segue.
Get that. But definitely, like, just, I don't know, I would give myself like 30 minutes, and then I would come back out, and like learning my husband, like, he also needs to kind of time to simmer.
Yeah.
And just like process. And so then it became like, okay, now we're ready to come back. We're ready to have this conversation. We're ready to actually talk about what we're feeling, not with each other, not at each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's super important.
Yeah, because you're still friends. You want to talk like you're friends. You're a team. And like you said, it's like talking about the situation, not wanting to put each other down. Because like y'all heard on the last episode, like I had to like leave a car because I was so mad at Casey.
Yeah.
And after that good 2 hours, we had a good sit down conversation with each other, not at each other.
Yeah, because you've taken like the emotion and the feelings, the raw emotion, the raw feelings so far out of it that it's like, it's just, these are the facts. This is what was said. This is what hurt, and this is how I feel about that. And there's no fluff.
Yeah. Now there's a question that kind of goes with that I was thinking about this, especially going from non-healthy to a really healthy relationship and married now. What is something your husband does that helps you feel safe and loved that you did not have in your past relationship?
Ooh, that's good. Okay, so I will say, going from toxic to healthy, or just like unhealthy to healthy, is probably the hardest thing I've ever done. Like, it is so hard. So
like the transition time?
Just like, not the transition time, but like actually being in a healthy relationship and knowing how to navigate after you've just been in something that's not healthy, because all you know is the blow ups, the fights, the nitpicking, like, you know, all those triggering things. And so it's like, when you have that first fight, it's just like, I'm going to blow up and I'm going to act this way because this is what I know. This will get this got a reaction out of the last person. So now I didn't even think about that. Oh my God, it's so hard.
I mean, I had a bad relationship, but I was 16. I wasn't an adult.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, can you expand on that a little bit? I'm very interested.
It's just hard. Like, it's just hard because it's just like, this is what I know gets a rise and a reaction. Because I think, having been in not great relationships and one really, really, really bad one, where like to the point, like my sister-in-law talked about it. My middle brother's wife and I, we talked a lot about it. Like, I had a lot of PTSD moving in with my husband.
I mean, considering you
got
what you
and
did for
so
your
it's
health.
just like I had a lot of just like trauma.
Yeah.
I really hate that word, but like it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm calling it what it is.
Yep.
But like, you know, I had a lot of PTSD from that relationship. And so it's just like that first fight that my husband and I had. I keep calling him my husband. You guys, his name is Travis.
Travis. I always let you say it first. Just
Travie.
Or
Trav.
He's gonna watch this. He's like, it took you guys 30 minutes to say my name.
He's probably not.
Hey, calling someone your husband sounds cool though. Casey likes when I call him my husband.
My husband. I mean,
See?
we've only been married for 6 months-ish, so that's okay.
Still your husband.
My husband. Oh my gosh, there's a fly on you.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, Travis.
Anyway, so Travis, like the first fight him and I got into, like I acted like a buffoon. Like, oh my God, I acted like an imbecile. Like I was wild. Because that's all I've ever known. Like, scream back at me. Why aren't you yelling at me? Yell at me.
And he was just like watching the video.
He was just like,
making
what?
it better.
What? I'm sorry. What? He was like, I'm not going to yell at you. And I was just like, no, I need you to yell at me. Yell at me back. I just yelled at you. Yell at me back. Why aren't you yelling at me? And he was just like, because it's not that serious.
A man, ladies and gentlemen.
It doesn't require us to argue and to yell. He was just like, it's we can just have a conversation. It's okay.
So how did that change your mind after that? Were you thinking?
I literally called my therapist. I thought,
is this normal?
That's what I said. I was like, why does he act like this? What's wrong with him? Not what's wrong with me. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, that's funny.
And she was just like, oh girl, he's healthy. And I said, I'm sorry, what?
You're like, God put him in my life.
Like, he works out healthy? She was like, no.
His brain is healthy.
His brain is healthy. Marry him is what she said. And so, I don't know, it's just like hard.
Sorry. No, we need something with our hydro flask. We're not sponsored, but you should sponsor us.
You should.
So, like, okay, so that made you feel weird at first.
Very weird.
But then afterwards, you're like, okay, now I know that he loves me by the way that he's responding.
Yeah, I mean, that's not how I would say, like, I feel, like, seen and heard and, like, loved by him. Like, that's not at all how I would say that that's how he shows that he loves me. But, like, that is definitely, like, it was just really hard. Like, that transition was really hard. But Travis is, like, the funniest person I know. Like, he is very...
He's so stoic.
He's so quiet. Like, I kid you not, like, we could be in an argument and he's gonna make me laugh. Like, and I'm just gonna be like, God dang it.
You're like, I'm trying to get mad
at
you, and you're making me laugh.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm like this almost 24/7. This is like my personality.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, I agree.
This person. He is like this cow. Like, so chill. Like, chill. Like, not moving. Like, very, like, this is what it is.
He's a simple man.
Very simple man. So, but like, okay, this morning, for example, I was, setting my intentions for the day, reading my Bible in bed. Thank you. In bed, drink coffee. Usually I do it out here. I used to do it in my room. Now I do it sometimes out here. This morning he told me to get back in bed. And I was like, slay king. So I got back in bed and I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I'm going to make myself some eggs and sausage with onions. And I was like, that literally sounds disgusting, like repulsive.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, do you want a waffle? And I was like, actually, I would love a waffle, like a frozen waffle.
Yeah, but still.
And he brought me 2 waffles in bed. And like, I ended up coming out here and eating, like we were eating out here in the living room, watching the news and like spending time together. And like, that is something that So when I was in the last relationship you talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah.
You talked about love languages.
Yeah.
And they really are so important. They really are. So when I was in my last relationship, my love language, like my number one was like words of affirmation.
Okay.
Since then, they have changed, which I think is wild.
What is yours now?
I now am let me see, hold on. It was like even.
I'm trying to like see if I can pat myself on the back if she answers.
They are acts of service.
Yep, I would have guessed that
and
one.
Physical touch.
Yep, okay, I would have guessed
and like
those.
words of affirmation like fell way far back. Because, and I actually talked to my therapist about this because I was like, because I made Travis take his because I was like,
so you know,
I want to know,
best and so forth,
But also,
sorry, it's her cat.
She said, "What up, y'all?"
Her name's Rita, like Margarita. I thought that was so cute.
She's a spicy little Rita.
She's getting a first glimpse of the episode live
in the flesh. Anyways, and so I think it's interesting, like how you give love, but also how you receive.
Yeah,
love. I think that
absolutely
is kind of interesting. Like I very much give love by giving gifts. I love to give gifts. Like I love it.
That makes sense. You gave a lot to Lori, and you were very good at it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I took a lot of pride in that.
Yeah,
I love. Like we went to the beach, and I got my mom and sister-in-law like beach gifts.
I love that.
But like Travis knows that, so like. I love to get him things. Like he doesn't really freshen up his wardrobe. I mean, he's in construction basically. Like that's the best. He's like a rancher. It's kind of the best way to describe his job.
Yeah.
And so like I like to get him new golf shirts, new golf shorts, like new work shirts.
It's called the wife glow up. When you marry a man, they glow up because their wife gets clothes for them. I've seen it all over TikTok.
It's so true. I've also, because I'm on the pregnant TikTok, we're gonna sidebar right now.
Yeah.
I'm on the girl dad glow up. And
yes. Casey, if you're listening, might be time to. We're trying to have friends, kids that are friends.
Yeah. So anyways, but so like doing that, really just like he knows my honey-do list. Like my to-do list, my honey-do list is like super important to me.
I need to use that for Casey.
My honey-do. Oh. He knows that. And so like before Emma got here, I was like I had been asking him to do some things around the house, and all of a sudden they got done. And I was like...
I was the incentive. There was like a guest coming over. We got to get it done.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I'm not saying that he doesn't do that.
Sure.
But like,
making it
he had been, I was like, he did stuff for me this last week. Like, we moved to Vanity. We moved, like, he's been doing things. But like, it was just like, I just like, that's how, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's just like little things like that. Like...
What is his, by the way? You said you'd made him take it?
Yes. Physical touch. And quality time. Which is very, so for him, I think quality time for everybody is very, it can be different. I think quality time is a very vague, oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'd say cut that out, but I think you should leave it in there.
I'm leaving it in.
I think quality time for every person could be so unique.
Yeah, my pastor was talking about that too.
And so like quality time for him, it genuinely is, I'm sitting on the couch on the other side reading a book.
Yep.
And he's watching television.
Yep, Casey and I do that.
But we're in the same room at the same time. To him, that's enough. Last relationship, it was quality time. That was not enough. It had to be face to face, like no phones, no interruptions.
Yeah, touching sometimes, making intention.
And so like physical, and his other one is physical touch, but it's got to be like on his dime.
Oh, yeah.
I was very shocked when he had physical touch. I was like, I'm sorry, you do.
It is kind of funny though, seeing what people have.
Yeah,
like,
because I was just like,
I didn't think Casey's was either, but like we discussed it, and sometimes I'm not as big as him. Like I'm a big physical touch person, but he said sometimes if I'm in the kitchen and I don't walk by and touch him, he thinks I'm mad. And I'm like, baby, I'm not mad. I'm like, I stink. I just came from work. He's like, could you just like touch my back? And I'm like, perfect. So now that he told me, I know if I walk past him, hey, I rub him real quick.
Yeah. Well, like Travis, he'll come home, and I'm a big like. I'm sorry. I don't know how young are our listeners. I'm gonna slap.
They're our age.
Okay, I was like, I'm gonna slap his booty.
Yeah. Girl, you are fine. They're like 25 and
okay, I was like I'm gonna smack his little booty. Actually, it's not mine. He got a dump truck. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna hit his butt. what are we packing?
Yeah.
And he'll like turn away, and I'm like, I'll feel offended, and I'm like, I'm sorry, and he's just like, I'm disgusting, and I'm like, oh well.
Yeah. Okay. You stink.
You stink.
That's fair.
And so like, yeah, but like I don't know. He's also a really good communicator.
Which is very rare. Ladies,
very rare.
Make sure you find a man that can communicate well.
Or is like open to learning.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because, I don't know, when we did our marriage classes,
I love marriage classes. They're exposing for sure. But
for sure.
I love the questions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had to talk about things like from my childhood that I was like, I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. That's terrifying.
In my marriage counseling, I was called out for being too connected to family, that breaking off would be very difficult for me. And it was a little bit, but I feel like I had pretty good boundaries.
I remember that.
But he was like,
we were working together when she first got married. So
yeah, I remember talking about those things, and I was like, no way. And I'm like, yep. Like, it's good now. We have good boundaries, but I was like,
boundaries are hard. Boundaries are hard to establish with like family.
That's
I will say that.
I
will say that. Like,
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. My mom and I talk about it all the time because like I established boundaries with my mom, and that was like the hardest thing I think I've ever done. I've said that a lot this episode, but like there, I feel like in very different aspects of life, like it was a very hard thing to.
Well, especially because you guys are decently close, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's hard. I think it's harder when you're close.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to doing things together that it's like you don't want to be rude, but you still have to have boundaries.
Yeah.
But
again, like now I live like an hour from my mom, and that's like weird. And like my brother. One of my brothers lives in California, and my other brother lives in Waxahachie, and so he's like 2 hours from me. So,
got it.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to take a tangent real quick. Okay, if you're listening and you like books, I have to take a tangent real quick because I know you read too.
I do. These are all my books.
Okay, yep, all the ones up here. I need you to tell me, or the audience, your top 3 favorite books. Right now.
God, that's so